Well, as mentioned, Collingwood star Goey has had his New York court case adjourned until next year. For more, let's bring in reporter Drew Jones, who's in Melbourne and joins us now. Drew, good to have your company as always. How's this played out so far today?
Morning, Jim. Yeah, this potentially, or had the potential to be, a really significant day for Goey. As it stands, things have been kicked down the road a little bit. So 18th of January, I guess he'll get a bit more clarity on A, what happened in New York, and then B, his Collingwood future. As for today, he'd flown home from the United States. He's here in Melbourne. He appeared via video link this morning. He was wearing a suit, but the court case in the New York criminal court has been adjourned, Jim. So 4 charges relating to an alleged incident on October 30 in a New York nightclub. In particular, an incident with a 37-year-old American accused of kicking and punching him in the nightclub. Of course, we know there were charges on the night of forcible touching against a woman who was also a part of the incident. Those had subsequently been dropped. Now, Goey at the moment, Jim, has been stood down, and there's a statement that's come out from Collingwood only a short time ago. They're saying, obviously, they're continuing to support Goey through this and through this next little period, providing him with welfare and support. But at the moment, while still being fully paid, he is stood down from the club and is not allowed to attend training at the moment and not allowed to go to the football club. So his future remains somewhat in limbo for a little bit longer, Jim. He pleaded not guilty initially to the charges, and he'll face court after it being adjourned until January 18.
All right, so what happens with Goey in terms of his playing future and trying to prepare himself if he holds his position for the coming season? Yeah, this is interesting, Jim. So Gary Hocking is a former assistant coach at Collingwood. He now coaches the Leopold Football Club, which is down on the coast in Victoria. So he trained with them a couple of nights ago. And at the moment, according to Leopold, he's welcome to come down and continue to train with them while he's stood down from Collingwood. So reminds me a bit of the situation that Goey found himself in when everyone was stood down during the pandemic last season. And Goey could often be seen at Holden Centre just training with a mate of his and I guess staying in shape, getting ready for the season. It's going to be a really similar situation for him over the next month or so, but it will be challenging for a player who traditionally hasn't returned to the club at the start of pre-season in absolutely fantastic nick. Of course, he initially said, Jim, that he was going over to America, or told the club, and got an exemption to travel because it was going to be a special pre-season for him where he was going to ramp up all his physical work to make sure he came back in really great nick. In the end, we probably found out he wasn't just there for training purposes and was doing a little bit of partying, which got him into this mess in the first place. So Leopold Football Club have been happy to have Goey down and training with them. And other than that, he has to stay away from the footy club until at least January 18 while he's stood down. But with 1 year to go on his contract, it shapes as a massive 12 months for Goey, no matter what happens on January 18, that's for sure. Yeah, tough few weeks at least, you would have to say as well. Drew, thanks for the update, mate. We'll chat soon.